Yeah, Vert Alert is such a rad event. Thanks for doing that.
It's one of my greatest pleasures. Thank you. It gives me a lot of anxiety, and it's pretty much my only demo outlet these days. So I put more pressure on myself. So it tortures my wife, but it's fun.
Yeah, I can't skate in exposure anymore. I like, you said it gives you anxiety. It's like making an event. The layers of anxiety are so intense. The last time
that wouldn't be a release though, to go get on the ramp?
Well, yes, getting on the ramp was great, but then the bowl contest right afterwards is like at the very end of the whole like 3-day event. And I was going to drop out one year because I was crashed out. It was, it had been months of work leading to that, and then competing in vert and then going over the bowl. I had this crazy fall where like I broke 7 bones in my foot and tore a ligament. It's like the end of the day, and I'm like just trying not to lose
exposure?
it. Yeah, it was such a bummer. Nobody knew though, because I crawled out of the bowl and then I went to the hospital after that, but missed the after party.
Wait, you did that in the Clover Bowl at Poods?
Yeah, I was so dumb.
And then how did you get out?
I had some friends there. They helped get me out, which was good.
Dude, that's
But
rough.
yeah, so the fact that you have that as a demo outlet, but you also have all the pressure and the layers of the event planning. It's a lot, to put that aside and just be able to focus on skating.
There is something about events, the stress, like versus being in a demo or a contest, where it's like if you came prepared at a contest or at a demo, it is what it is. If you fall, that's bad. But you came prepared, you came ready. But when you do an event, because I do events too, there's something about it where it's like, how many tickets have we sold? And it's like, we're not sold out yet. And I'm like, I have a weird sick feeling in my stomach. Like, because I've done Alice Mania, I did it for like 20 years, and every year everyone's like, oh, I can't wait. And I'm like, cool. And everyone's like, I can't wait. And I'm like, well, obviously everybody that's saying they can't wait, they waited.
Yeah.
They really
they
waited.
Can wait.
And apparently
they do wait.
Apparently they're lying about how they can't wait because it's not sold out.
They'd rather wait.
Yeah.
Because I've fought in the event, and it's like, how many tickets? And my manager's like, we're almost sold out. And it's like the day before. And I'm like, it's not sold out. No, almost sold. I'm like, that's not right. Like, if it sells out, then next year everyone's happy, and then I get to stress it all over again, because that's the other thing. It will sell out, and then next year it's like it didn't even happen. It's back to how many days, how many. Okay, and then like if it does sell out, it's not the same as if you do good in a contest. It's like you did good, and you feel good about it. And then I don't know what it is, but it's like I don't immediately jump to next year or next contest, will I do good? But with an event, if you do good, you're straight away I go, okay, well, next year, how am I going to make that work again? Because everyone expects me to do it again.
Yeah.
And it's always this hype. Yeah. Everyone around you is like, yeah. And you're like, get your parents to buy a ticket as well or something. Like, come on, everybody.
How do you gauge the success of exposure?
I like seeing a lot of skaters in all the disciplines. So typically we have
amount of entrance,
and like for me personally, just seeing any progression. So last year seeing Kihana do a backtail shove, which we've not seen in this community before on vert, that was super sick. So seeing entrance from a diverse, area, because so sometimes we have like 15 different countries attend, and making sure that each discipline is well attended. But I mean, honestly, having people just buy booth space, which is, very affordable, but like builds out the field, creates the whole atmosphere, and then having as many attendees as we can. So we definitely gauge success in all those different ways. So we love for people to be on site, and this year we'll have the new metric of the live stream, which will be on November 3rd when all the pro level events are happening. But yeah, I just want to get everybody out there, whether they're skating, whether they're watching. We even have learn to skate clinics or they're vendors. So just like to get everyone together.
Well, congrats on it. I love what you're doing, and I think that you were the right person at the right time for all that. And
A lot of
probably you
support,
didn't. I don't think you realized the weight of all of it that you were carrying when you did it. Because there were pockets of support and little events and stuff, but you really became this beacon for the movement, for women's skateboarding. So skateboarding is lucky to have you. How did you meet your husband?
Skateboarding. We met at the Combi Bowl. First off, thank you. That really means a lot. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
We do our best. But I met Alec at the Combi Bowl. I used to love skating
wasn't
the
my
combi
story.
contests. Wasn't your
I had
story?
the story about how you met.
Oh,
Never
I'm
mind.
sorry.
No, I'm
you
just
you
kidding.
should tell the story of how my husband and I met.
I made up a story of how they met at their wedding.
It's great.
Oh, yeah?
Go ahead.
Because I had to do a little speech at their wedding.
We actually really wanted Tony to marry us, but my parents weren't. They were.
Wait, I didn't
they
know
were
that.
a lot more. Oh,
Wait,
you didn't
they
know?
said no?
No.
Oh my gosh. Well, they're gonna listen to
Do
this,
they
so
not
I'm sorry, mom and
understand
dad.
the magnitude of
Oh, we do.
Why
The
did
bird
I
mate
get,
marrying you?
shut
But they
down?
went like this. They went, "Is he God to you?" And we were like,
What?
"We shouldn't answer this question.
Yes. Yes, he is.
We should not answer this question." They wanted.
But who is like a preacher is?
Well, you
Good
know.
argument, Tony Hawk.
Thank you.
Solid argument. Preacher or the greatest skateboarder that ever lived?
I know.
What are
Just
we
mean-
talking
I
about?
know. That's
That's
what
a
I'm
lofty
saying.
idea. Is he
Is he the
whoever it is
greatest
God to
preacher
you?
that has ever lived?
Well, the thing is,
No.
Probably
so-
not. Like, what ranking is he in the
Yeah.
preacher game?
Yeah.
Like, not even top 10, I bet. We're talking about numero uno.
Is he the Pope?
Right, because this is the Pope of skateboarding.
I know.
Just a lot more
I'm getting
open-minded.
myself in a
We
the
were
worst
so
situation.
we were like really nervous to ask Tony, but we were like, "This is right.
You
Tony
should
should
be.
marry us."
That's
and
a
he
big
said
ask.
yes. He said that was like the bigger part of the
Yeah.
proposal. Alec knew I was going to say yes to him, but whether Tony would say yes to marrying us, that was a big.
Oh, it was
that
the
was a
same
big
day as
ask.
one of our kids' graduations too.
Oh my gosh,
It got tricky.
But then my
Super dad
parents,
always.
you
Yeah.
know, I didn't want to. They just seemed as though we had wronged the Polish
not-
culture,
and
the
no way
Catholic
would I have followed
faith.
through with that.
Like it was a whole. It
I'm
was
not
a,
going to defy your parents.
yeah.
That's not going to
I
happen.
mean,
You should have.
I love my. They gave up everything to come to the U.S. for us. You know, they started over with 3
He
kids.
accidentally won a pass. Relax.
They gave us life though. Like that's kind of a big
Oh, yeah,
deal.
that was pretty cool. Okay,
So
yeah,
when
my
your
bad.
parents seem
Tony
like they're
Hawk
going
gave
to
you life as well.
disown you,
He gave us all life.
that's true, man.
You think about how
Stop.
inspirational it is for you and what you do for female skateboarding, and that you say that when you got into skateboarding, you saw Tony do the 900. Like, there's all these little things that people did that you didn't know. Like, you dug deep. You know what I mean? Like, you
Don't
did
forget
it.
about the trick tip video. He's a really good teacher.
I don't want to. I am forgetting about that because who's learning anything from that?
Boom!
There's like 3 people that learned one
Bow.
trick from it. Yeah, God, shut up, dude.
Bow!
You know what? I don't want to pay. I was gonna say I was gonna give him a crazy compliment, but no, shut up. You know, here's my crazy compliment. Shut up, Tony Hawk. Unbelievable. No,